Well, we hear all the time about performers who dream of making it big, but it seems there's only room for so many at the top. And Liz Bishop is here now with tonight's Rewind. Liz?
JT, Frank Zappa once said that modern music was for people who can't think, signing artists who can't write songs to make records for people who can't hear. It's undoubtedly a tough business, but a new wrinkle created in 1981 gave a local band the break they needed to vault into the big time. And that's my Rewind tonight.
I want to be a lifeguard. Help, 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 help. I want to guard your life.
They didn't really want to be a lifeguard. From their earliest days, Broadway, Bowtie, Lee Harvey, Sarge, and Cheese Blotto simply found life funny, riffed about it with each other, then wrote and sang songs about it and took it on the road.
Rock purist or something like that thought we were just goofy or whatever, and that's fine, you know, but that was really what we were good at. And there was an audience for that.
Blotto probably started life as a jug band that spent the 70s touring the country, creating laughter and a fan base wherever they went.
She can't see you want to be with high school honey.
But their big break eluded them, and they eventually hung up the washboard.
We swore we weren't going to play anymore. No, that's enough. Time to grow up.
Yet the itch to entertain still needed scratching, and they fittingly renamed themselves after a dog in a 1930s novel as the band Blotto. They used to say they were in it for fame and a living wage.
At that time in our lives, I don't think we were guilty of having any serious plans. We were just taking it as it came.
With their energy, catchy songs, and humor, Blotto ruled the local clubs and became hugely popular all over the East Coast. In 1980, the members scrambled together enough cash to release a 4-song EP called Hello, My Name is Blotto, What's Yours?
The minimum number of records you could order was 1,000. We're never going to sell these, you know, so let's just send them out to radio stations and see what happens.
And a New York DJ loved it.
He told us he'd put it on in his office on a turntable and listened to the first 40 seconds, took it off and went into the control room and just said, we're going to keep playing it till it's a hit.
It worked.
I was in New York City driving around lost in the East Village and listening to WNEW. And all of a sudden, you know, B-52s fades out and Lifeguard comes on. Wow. And I just started screaming.
In no time, fans demanded it at concerts. It got airplay across the country. And Jones Beach Lifeguards made it their theme song.
Your song is the song of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And F. Lee Harvey said, now what do we do?
The answer came from 2 Albany State students faced with a class project who asked Blotto if they could make a video of Lifeguard.
And we said, what'll it cost? They said nothing. I said, sure.
They shot on Lower Central Avenue, at the escalator under the Egg, in a shoe store on Wolf Road, and a house on New Scotland Avenue.
The beach scene was at Lake George in the spring. It was about 50 degrees.
We got up to our ankles and we were screaming.
Help, 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 help.
Lifeguard almost instantly sent them all into uncharted waters.
They got an A in the class, that was fine. And then they called us in like June and said there's this thing in New York called music television.
On August 1st, 1981, Lifeguard became one of the original 47 music videos played on day one of a new TV network. The only ones who apparently couldn't watch MTV were the members of Blotto.
We didn't get it in Albany.
No, they didn't. The band had to go to a friend's house in East Greenbush, where it did play, and wait for Lifeguard to come on, which it did a lot. In part 2 of our special Blotto Rewind, how that catchy tune about white stuff on the nose sent Blotto into orbit, and how and why the band eventually fell back to earth.